The underground forest shimmered with an eerie glow. Thousands of hearts pulsed within the bark of the great white tree, beating in perfect rhythm like a single living organism. Their light washed over Elian's face, and silver fire flickered in his eyes. The curse had reached deeper than ever before. The whispers no longer sounded distant. They no longer felt threatening. Now they were warm, gentle, comforting, like a voice calling him home. Lira stepped closer, her hands trembling as she held his face. "Look at me," she whispered. "Please." Her eyes searched his, desperate to find the boy she loved still looking back. She had seen this moment before, the exact instant when the forest stopped feeling like a prison and began feeling like peace. That was when souls surrendered. That was when they stopped fighting. The root mother stood beneath the pale branches, her silver eyes filled with ancient sorrow. "You love each other," she said softly. Her hand rose toward the glowing tree. "Why fear eternity?" The world around them began to change. The cold underground forest dissolved into warm golden light. Blue lanterns shifted into soft amber flames. Mist turned into shimmering sunlight. The pale trees became the familiar lantern trees of the whispering woods, glowing peacefully beneath an endless twilight sky. For one impossible moment, the curse looked beautiful. Elian saw life unfolding before him. He and Lira walked hand in hand beside silver rivers. They laughed beneath the glowing branches. They watched seasons pass without fear. No pain, no endings, no grief, only love, only peace, only forever. Elian's voice was barely audible. "It feels real." That was the true danger of the whispering woods. It never trapped souls with fear. It trapped them with love. Lira lowered her eyes. "When I became a guardian," she whispered, "the forest showed me this same dream." Her voice shook with painful honesty. For centuries, she had told herself she remained because she had no choice. But deep within her heart, she knew the truth. A part of her had stayed willingly, because letting go of love felt unbearable. The white tree pulsed brighter. The root mother watched in silence. Every heartbeat fed the roots. Every emotion strengthened the curse. And Elian's soul was burning brighter than any soul before him. Then a new sound rose through the underground forest. Whispers, not from the root mother, not from the heart, but from the trapped souls themselves. "Elian, remember!" Ghostly figures appeared around the white tree. Their faces became clear for the first time. Lovers clinging to each other, parents reaching for lost children, friends frozen in grief. Their expressions were filled not with peace, but with sorrow. Elian understood. They had never chosen eternity freely. The forest had simply made them too afraid to lose what they loved. He looked at the golden dream surrounding him, at the life he could have, at the promise of forever. Then he shook his head. "This isn't love." The words struck the illusion like thunder. The warm golden light flickered. The beautiful forest trembled. The root mother's expression hardened. "You would choose pain over forever?" The underground world shook. Roots burst violently from the earth. The pale lanterns turned blood red. The illusion shattered. The dream dissolved into darkness. The truth stood exposed. The root mother's voice trembled with ancient grief. She had not created the whispering woods from love alone. She had created it from fear. Fear of losing the person she loved. Fear so powerful it had become a prison for countless souls. Lira stepped in front of Elian. Her voice was steady, though tears streamed down her face. "Then take me instead." Elian stared at her in shock, but she had already made her decision. If the forest required a guardian to survive, she would become its prisoner again. She would sacrifice herself before allowing Elian to be lost. Elian seized her hand. "No." He turned to face her fully. "We leave together." For a heartbeat, the world went silent. Then the white tree screamed. Thousands of hearts embedded in its bark began beating wildly. The trapped souls cried out through the roots. The forest felt them resisting it as one, and it could not allow that. The underground forest erupted into chaos. Roots burst in every direction. Stone cracked. The ground trembled beneath their feet. The remnants of the illusion rotted away into shadow. And beneath the white tree, Something massive began to rise. At first it was only a silhouette, then glowing eyes opened in the darkness. A towering figure emerged from the roots. Its body was formed from twisted branches, broken hearts, and ancient sorrow. It radiated unbearable grief. This was the first soul ever consumed by the forest, the one the root mother had loved, the one she had tried to save, the one whose loss had created the curse itself. The creature lifted its head slowly. Its hollow eyes locked onto Elian. The silver mark on his chest pulsed violently. Then something changed. The light darkened. Silver became black. The roots around him recoiled. Even the root mother stepped backward, horror spreading across her face. "No!" Her whisper trembled with fear. The creature stared at Elian as if recognizing something impossible. The underground forest shook harder than before. The trapped souls screamed. The white tree's glow faltered. And for the first time in centuries, the Whispering Woods was afraid. Something inside the curse had changed. Something the forest could not control. Elian stood at the center of the chaos, his hand locked in Lira's. The black mark over his heart burned like a new kind of power, not born from fear, not born from grief, but from a love that refused to surrender. In the Whispering Woods, love can survive the curse, and when it does, the forest trembles at what comes next.